All right, so just to continue a little bit further with interval notation that I kind of didn't get into before. And, oh, welcome back. This is your second set of notes for me. Yay! All right, so I want you to understand how interval notation expresses sets before we're done. Okay, so what are sets? Sets are groups. When you look at your, say, like what we were doing before, and look at a graph, and I'm expressing the domain is a group of x values. When you start like showing me what's the domain, it's all the x values. That's why we focus on x is from here and here, left and right type of thing. Okay, the range is a group of y values. So we focus like on low and high type of thing. And we can look at some more examples of that. But what happens if it's talking about, whoops, more than I wanted you to show. What happens if it's talking about like just a number line? Let's break it down even simpler. Okay, so here we see like say a number line, a line. I want to know in interval notation what are all the numbers that are being shaded. Well, I can see that there's a dot at the -2, so that means that's my furthest to left. So all these focus on number lines left and right. And then there's an arrow going the other way. That means it's going to go on forever and ever and ever, which would be infinity. I see a closed dot on the left, so I'm putting a bracket. I see an infinity symbol on the right. That means I put parentheses. Always remember, next to infinities, there's parentheses. Let's look at another example. Oh, look, you know I can write really fast. No, just hit play and then let it go. Anyways, where am I at? Okay, here's the line. There we go. Isn't it neat how it kind of magically appears? Ooh, no, I'm not that fast. Just kidding. All right, so, well, okay, now you see an arrow on the left side. So let me, like, say, make note of that. So this right here says I've got something on the left. That means it's going forever to the left. That means that's negative infinity. It has a stopper, I guess you could say, or a point on the right, which is at 1, and it's an open dot, so that means it has parentheses, and there's a parentheses next to the infinity, so there you go, both of them have parentheses. So it's possible to have like 2 parentheses, 2 brackets, depending on like if you're seeing arrows, or are you seeing dots on both. Let's do one very simple right here, add it onto it. We'll say here 0, 3, -3, and let's say I put an open dot here, but a closed dot here. Well, then my interval notation would say I put -3, 3, bracket, parentheses. And that's pretty much it. So I wanted to add that on because you'll see an assignment with that like next time. And also we're going to do some more with the 2 steps, like with the 2 variables. So let's look at one more of those, okay? Okay, so let's look at this example. I'm trying to be a little bit more funky here. Okay, we're not worrying about like functions, we're worrying about relations here. So these are just groups. What is my domain and what is my range? So in this case, my domain in interval notation, the furthest I am to the left is right here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -6. There is no dot on this, so that's a bracket. Okay, you only worry about the open dots like here. So this is where I'm being a little bit deceptive because that's not even part of the domain. Oh, I'm trying to trick you. Got to be careful here. Okay, now over here to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see here, this is my range, the domain right there, which is further than this one here. So that means I'm at -6, 4. And again, bracket on that one. Range. Oh, I'll do the range in a different color. Let's go with blue. Or let's do gray. Okay, range. I want my highest or my lowest. My lowest is right here. Oh, that is at the end point. 1, 2, 3, 4, -4. And that's a bracket because it's got a closed dot. And then I'm going to my highest point, which is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, +6. Wow, second on 4 and 6s, huh? And again, no open dot. So even though you see this open dot here, there are no parentheses because it wasn't part of the left, right, or the low or high. So keep in mind, we'll be looking at stuff like that also tomorrow, but I just wanted to cover all that real quick for you, and that's it for today. Thank you so much.